Okay class, ito na yung, sampling techniques, probability sampling. So dito hindi uso ang, favoritism na siyang, interviewin ko kasi favorite ko 'yan. Hindi uso yung na, "Uy kilala ko 'yan, 'yan ang interviewin ko." Hindi uso dito yung, "Ito lang kasi yung nandito na." Everyone has a known chance of being selected. Meaning kahit top 1 ka, kahit lagi kang late, kahit varsity ka, kahit meron ka ng thesis breakdown, equal ang chance. So let's break it down. First, simple random sampling. So ito ang simple random sampling, ito yung pinaka malinis, parang raffle draw, no? Lahat merong equal chance to be selected. So kinuha mo sa registrar ang listahan ng mga students sa ACC. Nilagyan mo ngayon ng random generator and then click. Kung sinong lumabas, siya na. No drama, no bias, no feelings involved. And second, ano naman 'tong stratified sampling? So medyo organized ito. Una, hahatiin mo muna yung population into subgroups. Halimbawa, sa stratified sampling, merong hinati mo sa year level, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hinati mo sa gender, male, female. Hinati mo sa program, psychology, nursing. Then proportional ang kuha mo. Kung 60% female ang population, edi 60% din female ang sample. So balanced, scientific, hindi puro psych majors lang. So yan ang stratified sampling. Kapag cluster sampling, dito hindi individual lang pipiliin mo. Buong class ang kukunin mo. O, section B, kayo na. Cluster sampling, practical, time saving, pero careful. Kung kakaiba ang culture ng section na yon, maapektuhan nga lang ang results. Now, here's the quick question. Bakit mas maganda ang probability sampling? Why? Maganda ang probability sampling because it improves external validity. Mas may confidence ka na ang findings mo ay hindi lang para sa classroom mo. So if you want your study to sound legit, publishable, confidence ready, probability sampling is your best friend. Pero syempre, yung budget, yung oras, yung access sa listahan, reality check. And that's where researchers struggle. So kung meron tayong tinatawag na probability sampling like simple, stratified, cluster, meron din tayong tinatawag na non-probability. So sa non-probability convenience sampling, students from your ACC class o kung sino na lang available o edi yun. Purposive sampling, lagyan naman natin ng criteria, no? 18 to 21, yan lang interviewin natin. And most classroom experiments use convenience sampling. Total kayo ng mga classmates ko nandito, kayo ng respondents. So again, ito ang non-probability sampling. Ang problema nga lang dito, hindi lahat may equal chance, hindi ito raffle. Ito ay survival mode, no? Para pero kumbaga this is still a form of sampling. First, convenience sampling ha. So, sino nandito? Kayo na. Yun ang ibig sabihin. So, students from your ACC class, edi sila na, no? Kasi practical, accessible, available, hindi ka na maghahanap sa buong campus. Pero ang catch, convenient siya para sa'yo. Pero hindi siya necessarily representative. Kung puro psychology students lang ang sample mo, pwede mo bang i-generalize, i-apply ang findings mo sa engineering, sa criminology, sa working students? Parang hindi So again, convenience sampling, yun ang limitation. Purposive sampling, ito naman intentional. May criteria ka, 18 to 21 years old only. Kailangan sleep deprived. Kailangan first year students. So merong specific na characteristics. Hindi random, hindi equal chance, pero strategic. Ginagamit ito kapag specific ang research question mo. So, kumbaga ito talaga ang mga kailangan kong ma-interview Now, the brutal truth is, most classroom experiments use convenience sampling and okay lang yon. Basta honest ka. Ang mali, yung convenience sample. Tapos ang conclusion mo parang pang national survey. Confidence level, 100. Ganyan ang convenience sample, no? Representativeness level, 30, no? Kala mo, pag national na yung resulta mo. So, remember this line. Convenience is practical, probability is powerful. At bilang researcher, you must know the trade-off. So now, for the sampling techniques, selecting students from your current ACC class is, ano kayang tawag dito? Letter C, convenience sampling. And dividing ACC students by program, then randomly selecting is, this is called, pumili ka, o program this, program 1, program 2, program 3. So ano kaya ang tamang sagot dito? Of course, the best answer is Delta, stratified. Paano naman kung ganito? Okay, tingnan muna natin 'tong snowball. Ano ba 'tong snowball? So, meron kang kakilala 'no, na respondent. Tapos sabi mo sa kanya, meron halimbawa, snowball, may nakilala ka na merong COVID. Tinanong mo siya, "Sino pa ba ang kilala mo na may COVID?" Oh, tapos, "Sino pa may kilala mong COVID?" "May kakilala ako, may kakilala ako." Parang snowball. Sa simula maliit tapos palaki ng palaki ng palaki 'no? Now, selecting entire ACC sections randomly will fall under what? Of course, it will fall under cluster sampling.